What's going on, guys? You're in with Hardy Tech. Welcome back to my Pokemon Blaze Black Nuzlocke run. You may notice I'm a little less hyped today. Normally when I start off my videos, I'm all full of excitement, and that is because today is going to be probably a bit of a different video. I don't know that this, I don't know why I came in here. I don't know if this entire time I'm going to stay all unhyped and stuff, but just kind of the topics we're going to be going over today are going to be, you know, slightly more serious and less on the super humorous side. Some of you noticed that over the past few days, I kind of vanished off the internet for a while. Like Thursday, I think Thursday, Friday, and then like most of Saturday, I wasn't on Twitter at all. I didn't upload videos. I just kind of disappeared. And that was deliberate, and it was kind of cool to notice that people actually did notice. I had people tweeting me and messaging me asking if I was okay, because normally I tweet constantly. I am a bit of a Twitter addict, if you didn't know that. And it was cool to notice that people all of a sudden had a grasp of like, hey, he's not tweeting. What exactly is going on? Like, I know there's a few people out there that just like have my Twitter page open, like they just have it open in a tab at all times, and that's super cool to think that. But I just I took a break from just, for the most part, really the internet. Like I watched YouTube videos while doing homework and stuff, but with the exception of just kind of watching videos, I just took a break really from the entire internet. That's kind of the only way I can explain it. I just really isolated myself and just didn't really do anything. I didn't really do a lot with like my roommates or much. Just kind of kept to myself for a few days. And like I said, today's gonna be kind of I thought that said explosion at first. I was like, what the fuck? And like I said, today's video is kind of gonna be a bit different because I'm gonna be talking about like depression and emotions and stuff like that, because I know that's something that a lot of you probably deal with, because it's a very common thing, especially for people on the internet. And I know a lot of you are probably like me and rather introverted, so you guys could probably, you know, we could probably relate to each other. Not that introvert and depression are linked at all, but it's even more common when you're an introvert to, when you're depressed, to not really talk to people about it and then get super just all by yourself and stuff like that. And I don't really know where to start, but I talked about it on Twitter. And I apologize because I kind of just reached like an emotional boiling point, breaking point, boiling point. It's all the same, really. My gosh, you have a lot of Pokemon. This is ridiculous. I've been doing a Nuzlocke of Pokemon Omega Ruby recently with my roommates. I think they both have Alpha Sapphire. And fun fact, I'm actually at the 6th gym and I've only lost one Pokemon, so let's hope that luck translates over to this. But the EXP share in that game spoils me so much, and I wish all EXP shares worked that way. And I hope that's something they keep in 7th gen, but I'm sure they will, considering they kept it in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. But what was I saying? Like, I kind of just reached like a weird emotional breaking point where I just like isolated myself from everybody. I didn't want to talk to anybody. I didn't want to feel happy, you know, and it's weird. Just not wanting to feel happy. Like, I know there's a lot of self-harm out there, and physical self-harm isn't something I've ever experienced myself. It's nothing I've ever had a desire to do, and I've known a lot of people who have self-harmed, and it's a very, very serious issue. That if that's something you have and you deal with in your life, you should absolutely do everything you can, because it's a mental illness. Like doing that, and you should. It's hard to look for help. You don't necessarily want to just come right out and say it a lot of the times, because I don't know. It's very confusing, but you gotta find somebody out there who you can even just embrace your secrets and hope that they will help you through your issues. But I've kind of realized I think I'm an emotional self-harmer, if that makes sense, because I almost want to be depressed, if that makes sense, and I don't want it for attention, because I isolate myself when I get depressed. I don't want to be around people. I don't want attention at all. I just want to be by myself and be miserable. But I found over this past few days where I was taking my break from the internet that every time I would do something with my roommates and I'd feel happy, in the back of my head, it almost felt like a hollow happiness. It was like, this shouldn't be a thing. I shouldn't be happy right now. You know, it felt wrong that I was happy. Like, it's not necessarily that it was undeserved happiness. What the? I didn't know they did that animation for Rage. That must be a newer thing. You never see Rage used anymore. I thought he got an attack boost at first. I was like, shit. But I kept noticing, like, a lot of the times when I was happy, I'd be like, I want it to be miserable, you know? I want it to be depressed, and I want it to be angry, and just, and that's a very unhealthy mindset to have, and I think the fact that I noticed that, and I noticed that, like, I wanted to be miserable, and I was, like, going out of my way to avoid people so I could continue being miserable, and I would isolate myself so I could be alone with my thoughts and stuff. I think the fact that I notice that and I'm aware that I'm doing that is probably a really important thing. So that's good, you know. I've noticed that, and over the past few days I've been feeling a lot better, which is, I also think, a really good sign. I mean, I'm recording this on Sunday, and I specifically, like, for the past few days, I knew when I wanted to sit down and record this that I wanted to talk about this, because this has always kind of been my open forum, and for the most part, whenever I would talk about my personal life or emotions and stuff like that, it was usually in vlogs. I don't really do a lot of those anymore, and you know what? I bet some of you out there, maybe, I thought maybe I can help somebody somehow, you know, even if it's just like one person watching this hears that, you know, I go through that kind of stuff, and maybe they're like, hey, I do that stuff too, and it maybe opens your eyes as well to, you know, other people going through the same kind of issues, and it's okay to have those issues. And depression is such a weird, confusing thing, because there's so many different types of, I don't know if types is the right word, maybe forms of depression. Like, it comes in so many different ways, it affects people in so many different ways, and mine, and it's caused by so many different things. Like, people handle it differently. Like, some people just lose all motivation. Some people it doesn't really bother. Some people hide it. I don't really know how you can just not be bothered by depression. That's fascinating. But for me, mine's weird because I have good days and I have bad days. The past few days were kind of just my breaking point. Oh, I got this double battle coming up. I think they just have, like, Nidoran and... Oh, wow, Wiggle's got a lot of levels on that. I'm actually not going to use him in these battles. Actually, apparently I am. I don't know how to Pokemon. But I've been... I felt like I reached my breaking point, and yet I also feel like I didn't, if that makes sense. Because... What was that? I guess it was Friday night, early Saturday morning, is when I really... Maybe it was, I think that's right. When I really felt like I hit my low, and I'll talk more about my like the meaning behind my depression and stuff, and why I've been feeling so bad in a little bit. But I got to the point where I felt so horrible, and I was just like begging myself to, like, just have that, like, emotional breakdown already, because I felt horrible. Like, oh crap, I think I might feel a little horrible in a second. Horribler in a second. Has the other Nidoran attacked yet? Is that how I got poisoned? No, I got poisoned from Poison Point. No, I didn't, because I used Flame Burst, didn't I? No, I used Acrobatics. Crap. Oh, I gotta focus here. Oh, son of a bitch! You full fucking have double kick. I thought only one of them got double. Son of a crap fucker. Shit. Sorry I'm cursing so much. Oh, I thought, oh, it is a Blaze Black hack, to be fair, but I would have swore only male Nidoran got double kick. I mean, that's not necessarily an excuse to be in, but, fuck. Am I seriously down to 2 Pokemon? This is crazy. Okay, that's fantastic. He was crap, man. I just know Mega Flygon's gonna be yelling at me now. But getting back to what I was talking about before, I kept like begging myself to finally like actually reach my emotional breakdown. Like I've noticed something. I just wanted to cry, you know. I wanted to just lie on my bed and cry and get all of my emotions out and get all of this anger and frustration and sadness just out, and it just wouldn't come. And trust me, that's already a big of enough struggle and sadness as it is for a guy, but when it's with tears, that's even worse. Can't believe I said that. It was horrible. I felt so much worse than if I did actually just, you know, get all these emotions and stuff out. Do I have Pokeballs? I better double check that, because I'm definitely going to need to catch some new Pokemon. Where are Pokeballs kept? I have 3. I'm going to get some more. And I still haven't. It's been another day or so, and I still haven't had that kind of breakdown that I've been hoping for, which sucks, because I still kind of wish I would have. But like I said, I've been feeling better over the past few days, so I can't really complain as much anymore. Though, like I said, good days and bad days. So, but I was just like laying on my bed, just almost begging my mind and my body to just let me have that emotional breakdown and just get it over with already. It was so frustrating that I didn't heal up. So glad I could heal at the daycare, because I'm about to go into the rival fight. And I'm not ready for that. I think you have a rival fight here. I know we have to go do the plasma grunts. I'm pretty sure there's a rival fight as well. But I was just like begging my body, like just let me do it. Just like I was doing everything I could to try to like get myself to cry. I was going out of my way to think of even more negative thoughts so I can just like get it to happen. And I never got more than like 2 tears, and it's stupid. And also, I don't think anyone here is gonna think that, but I know there is kind of this mentality, not necessarily on the internet, but of like men don't cry, and fuck that, man. I've always hated that mentality, and I think that's more of a mentality that has died with more of the current generation. But like back in the day, oh my god, I might be in trouble. Does rock resist dark? Does it? I'm trying to think of any Pokemon that are rock type but also weak to dark. I don't think there is any dual rock type that's a dual type that's also weak to dark, because there's no rock psychic types. Is there? No, there's rock fairy. What else is weak to dark? Rock ghost? There's no rock ghost types either, are there? I'm gonna say no. I don't think it is. That wouldn't really make sense. I mean, rock resists a lot, but I don't think it resists dark. Okay, it doesn't. It still did a lot of damage, but I don't think I'll need Wiggles past this rock and roll anyways, so I'll do my best to just try to weaken him down. I was considering going into my monkey and using cut, but it's a rock type. Oh my god, I'm so glad I didn't go into Pansear. Holy crap, I don't need to lose another Pokemon. I'm about to catch a new Pokemon, which is going to be incredibly useful, so I don't need to lose one. But yeah, I just couldn't have the breakdown, and it sucked, because I so desperately wanted it, because I knew once it happened, I would feel better. I'd feel a lot worse when it was happening, but afterwards, once I got all those emotions out, I would feel so much better. And it never happened, and it sucked, but that was basically... Really? Son of a bitch. That was basically my reason for my absence from not streaming. Oh my god. 1 accuracy drop? Are you kidding me? I've never realized Leaf Tornado is apparently the shit. It doesn't even kill it. And you have an Oranberry. I don't even have Incinerate anymore. Whatever. I'll just hit you again. I was gonna say, well, good thing I don't want to switch out. But yeah, like, I didn't fuck's sake. I don't have to heal up yet. Okay, I can make it another turn before I have to heal. I can't believe my little Pansear is getting wrecked by a Snivy. What the hell is this? What is this last Pokemon? It better not be something stupid. Panpour. That's stupid. Fantastic. Okay. I actually should have remembered he had a monkey. But yeah, that's the reason I didn't stream these past 4 days. I didn't post any videos. I didn't even tweet for a while, which I guess that's when people realize, like, oh shit, something's going down, because I didn't tweet. And it's very unrare for me to tweet. Like, I think there was some tweets on Thursdays, but those were tweets I scheduled Wednesday night, which scheduled tweets. I don't know if Twitter actually has that, but TweetDeck has scheduled tweets, and it's just the best thing ever. I have a TM for workup. You think I fucking need the move? No, I don't. Who do you think you are? Why do you keep beating me? I don't understand. I'm the smartest guy in the world. It doesn't make sense. I see. So that's how we battle. Out of the way! Actually, you could have just ran past us. Okay, never mind. What was that about? Bianca, why are you running? Are you somehow linked to those men that are staying out of the way? Hey, where are those people headed? That way, but, why are you running now? Well, see, she just asked about those other guys. It's probably related to that. Oh, seriously, they run so fast. Miss, oh, my Pokemon. It'll be okay, don't cry, for fuck's sake. Bianca, really, why were you? Oh my god, you're supposed to be the smart one. You have to hear this. Those people stole this girl's Pokemon. You should have spoken up sooner. Well, Alright, we gotta get that Pokemon back. Bianca, please take this girl's side. Alright, well, before I do that, I'm actually gonna catch myself a new Pokemon. And before I do that, I'm gonna go heal my Pokemon. But depression, like, what is the cause of my sadnesses? It's a lot of things, to be completely fair. Like, they all kind of add up together. School, I wouldn't necessarily say I'm sad about school, but I mean, stress from school is definitely a thing. Alright, what is our new Pokemon gonna be? Hello! I'm perfectly okay with this. I would have preferred getting you before the previous gym, but you know what? Beggars can't be choosers, so I will. Oh, that's gonna kill it. Oh, crap. Oh, Destiny! I gotta name this thing Destiny now, just for that. Come join us, little Talo. But I wouldn't necessarily say school. I sometimes feel like I'm kind of wasting my time with school. Specifically just the major I'm taking, although I really enjoy the classes I'm taking, and I definitely think they'll help. They're not really related to what I'm doing now with YouTube at all, and to be fair, this is a very specific career choice, making videos. Like, I don't necessarily want to, like, go into, like, editing for TV shows and movies and shit. Like, I just like being a content creator. And that's not really something you go to college for, so I just, you know, like, I'm taking classes for, like, my major is web design and new media, and this year I'm taking classes for sketching for communication, where I'm, like, learning to draw interiors and stuff like that, and I'm learning to draw sceneries in, like, 1-point and 2-point perspective, and I'm also taking a class on user experience, where I'm learning we're basically like building a fake app for selling sandwiches, and you learn about the user experience and like all the different stages of building products and stuff. And there's a lot of things you don't really consider when you're a consumer that you have to take into account when you are a developer, and it's really fun to learn. But I wouldn't necessarily say I'm sad or stressed from that. I don't know. Some of the other things I'm sad about make me feel really petty, and things that, like, I feel like if I say I'm complaining about, people be like, you're complaining about that? That's really stupid. You're really stupid. And there's no bad reasons to ever be sad. You know, if something makes you sad, it makes you sad. There's maybe sillier things, but for the most part, there's no stupid reason to feel depressed. And well, I don't necessarily know if that's true. It's hard to word what I'm trying to say. Like, if you see a rock on the ground and you're like, that used to be part of a mountain, and then you, like, go cry, that might be a dumb reason to be depressed. But hopefully you guys get to separate what I'm trying to say here. Oh, this might have been bad. Oh, crap. Okay, tackle. I'm not in the right mindset at the moment. I don't know why I was thinking this was a good idea. But the Nummel's dead, and my Pokemon are not numb, so fantastic. Houndour, I don't feel too bad about keeping you in against Houndour. But I don't know. I've been having this internal struggle in my head for the past few days. Ever since I knew I wanted to dedicate an episode of my Nuzlocke to just talking to you guys about this kind of stuff. I've been having this internal struggle of like, do I talk about one of the main sources of my sadness? Because I'm shy and I don't want people to be like, Hardy, you're dumb. So I'm trying to think of any other reason. Stress, just from. It was really conflicting. Some of you might know I worked at Petco, or I worked at a pet store a few months ago, and I'm no longer working there. And how could we lose when we have right on our side? Oh, I don't even care about the story anymore. You don't need to return it. More plasma grunts. Shit. What do we do now? How troublesome. Not only do you fail to understand, but you actually got in our way to boot. There are 2 of us and 2 of us. There's 2. What do you like the number 2? 2. Alright, I've given up on the story. All of you who didn't want me caring about the story, you got your wish. This is just gonna be me talking to you guys now with random thoughts about the game going on. Wait, did I get healed? Or am I still weak? I don't know if he healed me or not. If he didn't, I think I get healed afterwards. Oh, I did not get healed, but apparently I just one-shotted something before with bite. Okay. Oh, I also used some tackles. I don't know. Don't pay attention to me. But I worked at Petco, and I was so miserable there because I've been doing this YouTube stuff for like 7 years. Also, yeah, I got this. Team Caterpie. Woo! It's in the mail. If you guys have got yours, it should be arriving soon. It's still available. It's going to be available for sale for basically forever. So look forward to that. That's super fantastic news. I felt so... Oh, I was asleep. That's why I wasn't using you. I felt so miserable there because I basically had no time for anything. I would do homework, do school. I didn't have the time or the desire to drive to stream or specifically make videos anymore, because as much as I love streaming, like YouTube is always going to be my top passion. I love this more than anything else in the world. And I didn't have the time to do it, and I just felt miserable. Like, I woke up, and I hated waking up because I knew what it meant. Like, when I woke up, I was like, I have to deal with the day. And I was like that every single day. And so I eventually left. And I kept telling myself, you know, eventually things would pan out, and life would get better. But you only get one shot, you know? And I didn't want to be miserable. I wanted to enjoy my life, and so I made the decision to leave Petco. And maybe I shouldn't have specifically said Petco, the pet store, and just focus on this and streaming, because I'm somewhat able to support myself. It's stressful doing this, and I do have to think financially, and if it ever gets to the point where I'm doing this YouTube and streaming and I can't support myself, then I'll just... This is a bad combination. Alright, let's heal up. I think that's the best situation here. Wiggles, I did not expect Wiggles to be the team captain. Like, this came very unexpectedly. Ooh, that hits both. That double team, thanks. That's exactly what I needed you to do right now with Poniard on the field. That's fantastic. And if it ever comes to a point where I can't support myself, I will, you know, I'll have to make the right decision, obviously, because I have to pay rent, I have to pay bills, I have car bills, school bills, credit card bills. Stuff happens, you know. But for now, like, I was able to realistically support myself doing this, what I love, what makes me happy. And I was going to take that. Like, I'm going to do that because it does make me happy. But it's stressful, you know, like February was my least financial month from YouTube and Twitch since like 2013. So a little stressful at times, but I'm going to say something, and you guys, some of you out there might be able to, oh my god, you're going to magnitude me. And that's scary. Alright, I have to keep in mind, magnitude 7 didn't do that much damage to me. I want to go into Talo, but I realize how dumb that would be. Oh my god. Alright, let's just I'm gonna use the second potion. because I'm more scared of the Roggenrola than I am the Poniard. And that's stupid, but it's true. But I'm gonna say something, and it's gonna. This is getting more into the topic that stop attacking me. Where I feel stupid talking about this part of my depression and loneliness, but it is an honest part of it, and I just not be ashamed of who I am. But basically, it's weird how you can feel so alone when you're surrounded by other people. Especially when you're surrounded by your best friends, like they're constantly around you, and no matter what, like you still feel alone. It's stupid, it sucks, and it's confusing. And some of you out there are probably like, yes, I understand completely. And some of you others out there are probably like, that doesn't make sense. It makes sense to me, and hopefully makes sense to some of you. But any of you who watched my oh, we get an encounter in here. That's right. I almost Swoobat! Oh my gosh, I love Swoobat, but I love Swoobat. Oh my gosh, you're so bad, but I still love you. Oh, that's wonderful. It's another flying type, which is necessarily good. But I will gladly let you join my team. Ooh, I hope I just realized I can get a Ladiva Womble. Oh. Well, that didn't go as planned. Okay. Anyways, Wabo can be reborn. That's the really exciting news here. No, I just want to go heal. I don't care. But any of you who watch my old vlogs, wait, but I love you. I take it back. You are the greatest person ever. I can fish now. I did a new water type. Any of you who watched my vlogs over on my Team Caterpie channel, Professor Caterpoop, if you will, way back. Oh, I actually think I could fish in Nimbasa City. Way back in the day. Might remember an old series I did called Hoodie Time. And some of you out there just got really nostalgic and excited. And that was a series where I kind of documented my my life for the most part, and more specifically my love life. And how shitty it was. And let me tell ya, it was bad. And I can fish here. Oh yeah, I think this is where I caught Psyduck, who actually was the final Pokemon alive in my original Blaze Black Nuzlocke. So I kind of hope we get another one, because that would just be so beautiful. Hopefully not a Shelmet, but a Shelter. Oh, it's another Psyduck! Yay! Oh, how wonderful. But I would do videos about my relationships, and that's something I've learned not to do anymore, and not to talk about my relationships in videos, because it's disrespectful to the relationship. It's a part of my life that I've learned just not to put out there anymore. Because after relationships would end, I'd have people keep asking and bring up memories, and I'm just like, I don't want to talk about it, but people keep like, hey, what happened to this person? I'd just be like, fuck's sake, shut the fuck up. And obviously they have the right to be curious, because I'm the one to put it out there, it was my fault. But I don't really know if it's ever necessarily something I talked about a lot, but a fun fact about me is I am a huge romantic. I love romance. I love romantic comedies. I love being romantic. I love like writing love letters or walking through the park holding hands. I'm such a huge romantic, which is why I hate when girls are like, oh my gosh, romance is dead, because you know what? I've met so many unromantic girls. I've like almost all of my girlfriends that I've had in the past have had absolutely zero romance in their bones. Like I would try to be romantic to them, they'd just be like, thanks. Like I hate it so much. Girls are just as much of a reason why romance is dead. And maybe the internet has had a part on that. I don't know. Really quickly, what am I going to name Psyduck? We got to name it Hardy, right? We got to name it. No, it's going to be a Mystery Dungeon reference. I'll name it Blowjob. Oh. Hi, kids. How are you guys? If you haven't seen my... Never mind. Guess I'm not naming it Blowjobs. I will name you I'll name you Hardy Duck, because that sounds cool, I guess. But yeah, and another issue is like when I was doing the Hardy, the hoodie time stuff, a lot of people were always like, Hardy, you need to take a break from your relationships, because I did, like, I would break up with someone and then like a few weeks later, what am I doing? I would be in a new relationship, and I admit I was going from relationship to relationship very fast, which was a mistake, because half the girls I probably shouldn't have dated, because there just really wasn't anything there other than the fact they're like, oh, you're cute, I want to date you. That was stupid. And I'm trying to learn not to have that mindset for obvious reasons. Let's train some of our new Pokemon, by the way, specifically Tailo. But being the huge romantic like I am, it makes life really weird, especially when you live with a married couple, because as I was saying, like, people always said that I had to take a break from relationships, and I kind of ended up doing that, because I've been single for a year now, like, straight, which is the longest I've been single since I started dating, by like 7 months. I think the longest before that was like 5 months, which is just crazy to think about. Like, it's been an entire year, and living with a married couple, it's interesting being like, just having all these desires to like be romantic and make somebody feel loved, and seeing other people like that, and just going to like Walmart and seeing romantic like couples and TV shows, and it's just reminding you everywhere. So basically, like, a main reason for my sadness lately is just loneliness, because I have like all this built up like desire to like make like a specific person feel loved and wanted, and I just don't have that outlet. And okay, I want to bitch about something here. Alright, and you guys are probably like, bitch, bitch, bitch. Probably not a single one of you did that. But Tinder is the worst thing to ever be created, alright? Fuck Tinder. I saw Tinder, I'm like, oh, I knew it was a hookup app. I didn't ever consider using it for a hookup app, because it's not really my thing. But I thought, you never know what might happen, right? That is the absolute best way to ever destroy your confidence. Because you know what? I feel pretty good about myself. You know, I have my flaws. I have a kind of receding hairline. I have pretty bad skin. I'm a little chubby. But you know what? Overall, I think I'm entertaining. I'm funny. I'm somewhat attractive, I like to think. And it is absolutely horrible when you, like, get... Like, the only matches I would ever get on there were usually bots. And anytime I did get a match, they just wouldn't reply. It was, I think two times, I think, ever in the, how long did I use it for? I think I started in August, and I deleted it from my phone into, like, March, like September, October, November, December. It was like 6 months. That might be wrong, by the way, but like 6 months of using it, I think I've legitimately met and like befriended 2 people, and those 2 people, as much as I wanted to, there was just nothing really there. Like, I didn't feel the desire to be with them, unfortunately, and because I've learned, I'm not going to date anybody that I don't feel that click and that connection with. But it's so wonderful when you're basically, like, when you use Tinder and you don't get matches with people, you're basically constantly being reminded that apparently you're not attractive, and it's wonderful. It's not actually wonderful, it sucks. But that really affected my confidence, like, every time I had the opportunity. And I've tried avenues outside of Tinder as well. Like, there's been a few different times since I moved here that I saw a cute girl and I tried making conversation, and at first they're like, hey, hi, and it just never went anywhere. Like, I'd be like, hey, here's my number, maybe text me, and absolutely nothing came from it. So it sucks, constantly feeling like a failure in that sense. So it's wonderful. And it's also, there's a tad bit of jealousy that's related to that, because, like, a main thing is, like, I just just loneliness, like, is my reason to be depressed and feel so shitty about myself. And that's, I feel stupid about saying that because, one, I feel like that's a stupid reason to be sad. I feel that way about myself. Like, if someone else told me that, I'd be like, that's not a stupid reason to feel sad at all. But because I'm feeling it, I feel it's stupid. And I also feel like you shouldn't need somebody to be happy. And I know that. I'm happy overall with life, I suppose. Like, I'm incredibly happy I moved here. Moving here was the best decision I've ever made. Like, you know, with most things, I'm pretty happy with how generally life seems to be going. But it's just, I don't know. I just feel like stupid for saying it. But like, I wanna praise my roommate, Kalori. And you guys, if you ever come to my live streams, you'll know her. She's the married one. And when I was talking earlier about romance being dead, she's the one person who's like absolutely does not fit into that, especially as a girl. Like, she chased her husband down in like the most beautiful love story I've ever heard, and it made me so jealous. Like, she did all that stuff. Like, she was actually, like, you've seen stereotypical girls like would write like the boys in a notebook, and she'd buy him things and desperately try to get his attention. And it's like, there's girls that are actually like that. That's so cool, you know? And that's something like I so desperately want that to happen because I'm so jealous of that aspect of like, there's just the idea of like how their relationship started and everything. I'm just so jealous of, because it's so adorable, and I have such a soft side for romance and for mushiness. And I guess I'm more of just, I'm also bitter because I see a lot of people that don't necessarily deserve relationships they have, and they have them, and I'm like, I'm a pretty good person, I like to think. I haven't cheated on a shit ton. I've never cheated. Like, why did I get it, you know? But I realize, you know, karma. Like, I don't also necessarily believe. I don't know if I believe in karma. I don't think I do, because I don't believe in fate. I guess I don't believe in faith. I'm an atheist. If you didn't know that, hi. I just came out. I didn't. I've just been a public thing for a while. But ooh, do you have a water gun? Fantastic. Okay, wonderful. Hi, Peanut. But that was kind of my rant. I didn't realize I've been ranting for like 40 minutes now, and I apologize. But you know, it felt nice to actually just kind of express that. So if any of you have like similar kind of things, I'd love to know that maybe I'm not going through this alone. I'd also know if like there are females out there watching this, if you guys actually exist. I'm curious to know if you have a romantic side, like if you care about mushy stuff, if you, any relationships you've had, if the guy has been romantic, are you romantic back? Like, there's so many times in my past relationships, and I have had romantic relationships in the past. I had one ex-girlfriend who was phenomenally romantic. She was wonderful. But I've had a lot of them where they were just like, they just didn't fucking know. Like, I love writing love letters, and I'd write just like a little love letter, just a little something every day to make them feel loved, you know? And they would just be like, thanks. Like, cool. I just like poured my heart out to do everything I could to make you feel loved, and you're just like, thank you. And they never did anything in return to make me feel that way, and it's stupid. But I'm curious, like, to any females out there watching this, like, do you have that romantic side to you? Like, do you have that desire to make your partner feel loved, or you just like not know how to do it? Like, are you completely like, I don't know how to people? I'm curious, because it feels like a dead art form to me, and that makes me really sad, because it shouldn't be. It makes me really sad that it is. Like, I like opening doors for people, you know? It's the little things, in my opinion, that count the most, specifically in relationships, of all things. It's just those tiny little things you could do for your partner, to just kind of remind them, like, hey, you're cute, you know? But that is my ranting. I think once we get done with this battle, I will probably let you guys go, because I've been talking for 40 minutes now, and I want to, it's already 11 p.m. Jeez, I need to go get this edited and uploaded, and I gotta go, I probably won't record scoreboard tonight. I'll probably do that tomorrow, because I've been in high spirits. And I don't want this to carry over in the scoreboard, my ranting about depression and emotions and stuff, but I'm curious, do you guys think my sadness is stuff? Is that a stupid reason to be sad? Do you think I'm stupid for having that? Because I do know, I 100% feel that you should be happy on your own, that you shouldn't need someone else to be happy, and bringing someone into your life when you're sad, they could help fix you, but you shouldn't need somebody to feel sad, to feel happy. Yeah, so it's a very crossroad for me. But yeah, that's my questions. There are a bunch of questions for you guys. I think the comment section of this video is going to be really interesting to read. But we will do that. I will do that when this video is posted. And I will talk to you guys next time on hopefully Wednesday, if I can actually be consistent for once and not disappear from the internet again, for more of our Pokemon Blaze Black Nuzlocke. So that's going to do it for us today, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please feel free to show your support by clicking the like button down below. But until then, I'm Hearty Tack. Peace.